This is Valvenor. It is not a beautiful place, but for the time being, it seems to be unknown to the Deadwalker army. This village has known better days. Before the war, it was popular among the rich hunters who came to enjoy the ample game in the swamps. Today, the only visitors are refugees, who are sadly too numerous for the scant resources of the village. A small healing house provides comfort and succor to the injured. The knight is quite fond of Mirana, the healer who runs the place. Does the mercenary see the building opposite? It was once an inn, but it is now the residence of the steward, the man now in charge of the village.
The inn was used as a hunting lodge before the war began. Many rich people used to come here to relax.
With any luck, we might get to sleep in a real bed tonight.
What does this steward plan?
What does the steward want with me?
The captain has offered the services of the freeborn blades to the steward. The steward must have orders for the mercenary.
Shit. I'm gonna get stuck being this guy's errand boy. Damn! I knew I should have gone with the rest of the company. I'm going.
Still not quite used to playing a voiced RPG. I've done Dragon Age and I did Kingdoms of Amalur. And I'm just like, it's a reflex to want to read everything. Well, there is a lot we're going to be doing here. Basically, this game divides up into 3 particular areas. Up to now has been the prologue. Now that we're in Valvenor, this is Act 1. Steps of Carolthos will be Act 2. And a certain kingdom is the location for Act 3. Yes, upgrades we will need it. Right now I'm going to run around kicking boxes. That's why I got the upgrade to play the sound. As you'll see just how important... You've hopefully seen already how important traps and arrows are. Let's go in the front so it's not too confusing.
Swamp is our best defense. Happily, the wildlife are just as keen on attacking the Deadwalkers as they are the villagers. But the situation here in Valvenor grows worse daily. And each new wave of refugees increases the risk of drawing unwanted attention to this jungle.
No Ice Lord scouts who find this village will ever escape to tell the tale. Of that, I can assure you. Also, my men are reinforcing your defenses. Forgive me for saying, but you have some serious weak points. Especially the defenses around that refugee camp of yours.
The arrival of the Freeborn Blades and the Red Scribes has greatly improved our chances of survival, Captain. Believe me when I say that we are most grateful to have you with us. Needless to say, your men and the Red Scribes are welcome and free to go where they will. But as for any other newcomers, our gates are closed. You must understand that our food stores are as limited as our abilities to defend our village. Until you arrived, we had but one person who was even vaguely capable of treating our injured. And the case of Prince Orendil was completely beyond her skills. And there is this beast story. Doubtless another fairy tale, the fruit of an alcohol-addled brain. Nonetheless, several of the Watch have gone missing. Something hidden in these swamps is causing these disappearances, but we cannot risk sacrificing any more of the few men remaining to us on sending patrols. Large groups entail moving chrysalids that are unmanageable. The others, quite simply, do not return.
Silence.
If I were to listen to everyone, I would need 10 times the number of men I have to verify the truth of every tale.
Enough. You must aid me to do this. I am not able to do that. Your endless wailings are unbearable.
In the name of... Vulcan?
But, by the gods, man, what is...
This world is condemned. The cold hath invaded its ground, its souls, and its heart. Yet here you stand, weaving your limbs like fish taken from the water, miserably shuffling about to conserve the illusion of warmth and life, and not feel the passing of your last breath, while I must endure your wailings and lamentations. Pitiful.
Vulcan, stop this nonsense immediately.
It is not he who speaks.
All doth fall to ruin about you, yet you still bewail your loose bowels and vomitings. You cannot vanquish your dead walkers, no more than you can vanquish their necromancer masters. They draw their power from the very heart of the world. They drink it, they suckle it dry. Your only chance to cleanse what your own hath corrupted is to go to the World Heart and liberate it from its servitude.
The World Heart is a myth, a forgotten fairy tale, no more real than dragons or dwarves.
A myth. Continue hiding behind thy puny barricades, and thou wilt soon join thy myths and fairy tales.
Cease your pretense. I know you have returned to consciousness.
What the hell happened? I was just listening to the steward blabbing away with the captain, and then...
And then you lost control.
I don't know, it's like something in my head zapped me so it could use my mouth. But I was still there, still thinking what I was saying.
This is not the first time you have felt this presence manifest itself.
No. No, it's been there since the temple. It's also in my dreams. I think...
Interesting. It would seem that your body is host to some other entity. And it is clearly a spirit of fire.
No kidding. I got a demon in my head.
Something of the kind. In truth, I could not say what it is. Not yet, at least.
Don't make me laugh. After all, it's your disciples that let this thing out of its cage, right?
That has nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea of the implications of this incident?
All of which means you better not piss me off. Client or no client.
Obviously, you haven't understood. The thing that is inside you, it wishes you ill. There is not enough space inside you for two souls. That demon wants your body. It will control you more and more until it has replaced you completely.
Ha! Thou thinkest I crave the body of a mortal? I am a prisoner here. My place is in the World Heart.
It will not hesitate to lie to you, to tell you that which you wish to hear, so that you will allow it to consume you.
I never asked for this cage. I never asked to be forced to hear thy every thought. It is I who have been invaded.
It speaks to you. Do not listen to it. Cast it from you. If you do not resist, it will crush your soul.
Hey, take it easy. One day at a time, okay? I'm gonna take a walk.
Okay, I hear noise. Now, at this point, it's important to... Oh, come on. It's important to go around and talk to everyone. Because we're going to be going out into the swamps. And some quests are going to involve us going out into the swamps more than once. But if we get started early... Relmar! If we get started early on it, we will make as few trips as possible. They're hiding something back here. Relmar. It's a good thing they didn't put... allow too many cases with 2 companions. There are a couple missions that have 2. But most of the time it's just 1. Let's go Ranger. Critical hit on ripostes. Yes. Oh yeah, chance of critical hit on riposte plus 30%. This is how you do the heavy damage. Interrupt, crits, all that jazz. Maximum magic increases. Colossus is life. Inventory's fine, so let's take additional magic. I'm using that quite a bit. Okay, now the mayor has some stuff to do.
The Order of the Freeborn Blades is of great repute, and the mercenary does honor to its name. The mercenary's powers are both astonishing and fascinating. The knight would like to duel with the mercenary, that he may judge the mercenary's strength.
Alright.
Sure, I can never turn down a good fight. But maybe we should take it outside if we don't want to break everything in here.
The knight is honored, and bows to his adversary's wisdom.
Valvenor, wait for me here. I'll only be a moment.
Knight hopes that his adversary will not hold back his blows.
Oh, you can count on it.
No! Daggers! Ha! Oh, he got one in. Oh, he got another one in. Oh, come on. Don't turn your back. Come on.
The knight has never before battled an adversary with such power, and he believes that he could be that which is needed to change the course of this war.
You fight pretty good yourself. Where did you learn your moves? I can't believe you learned to fight like that in this backwater.
The knight has traveled far and fought many battles. He has only lived in this village for a short time.
What are you doing in the middle of these swamps when you could be making a difference on the battlefield?
The knight has fought a great many battles, but he feels he can be more useful protecting those who have nothing left.
I have to go. I'm glad we could test each other's mettle. It was fun.
Before his adversary rushes off to fight other battles, the knight has a question for him. He wishes to know if the Freeborn Blades would like him to join them.
I'm not the one who decides who joins the company, but I can ask the captain for you.
He has thought long on it, and wishes it would be so.
Well, that's great. I'll ask him, but I can't promise you anything.
And that's why I've been putting all these points into daggers. Because when you're facing a single boss, that is arguably the best way to handle it. Oh good, he put him away. Okay, so I need to... I still feel bad about Peeler. So I need to take Sybil out, talk to the steward about problems, talk to the captain about wait, what? Talk to the captain about... yeah, about Randval. Yeah. The steward's right there. This conversation is a little long. Let's see what ALS has to say.
I am busy, mercenary. Go do what you're getting paid for.
You don't want to give me a mission? I was actually curious to see if he had a mission available. Because of what happens fairly soon, actually. I was going to say... Oh, Mercenary's Helmet. Get some armor upgrades, too. Resistance to poison. Yeah, we're going to need that for... We're going to need that for the swamps. There are a bunch of poisonous creatures about. Crossbow. Don't underestimate the crossbow. Don't leave it behind. Don't forget about it. Oh, we got a better sword, the Guardian. Look at that. Attack speed 75%. Less chance to interrupt, but it'll be faster. Okay, so let's go in. Let's recycle that upgrade. Let's recycle that upgrade. And there's a perk you can get that will increase your chances of getting gear when you recycle. Physical damage, shock guard, ability to interrupt. Let's go with that and yeah, we'll go double. Additional abilities to interrupt here. That'll make a big difference. Well, big difference? Not sure about that, but definitely make some things easier. Hello, Sybil.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
Let's see. Let's ask her 2 questions.
Can you tell me more about your order?
Of course. The Red Scribes are an order of sages. Our quest is to find the answers to all the great mysteries of this world.
And so you know about magic?
We study magic from an essentially theoretical viewpoint, but we're not an order of magicians. Even though some of us practice healing magic, but we have nothing to do with the destructive power magic used by the Lords of the Frozen Shadows, and we know very little about that domain, unfortunately.
I see. But that doesn't mean you can't research it, huh?
Obviously, especially now. Any knowledge which would help us turn this war around would be helpful. But according to our archives, we were already studying magic more than 5 centuries ago.
Oh, really? Do you know what happened to me in the temple?
I'm still searching for an explanation. Something must have gone wrong during the ritual.
But what was the god's damn ritual supposed to do?
The Red Scribes have always had quite limited magical skills. I believe that the ritual was meant to increase their magical powers to try and find a way of combating the Ice Lords. But instead of channeling pure energy into each of the scribes, the ritual called forth a conscience that settled in you.
Your father called it a demon. How come I got stuck with it?
A demon? That reminds me of the old texts, but I couldn't say if that's what it is. You were standing right there, so that force flowed into you. It could have been my father, or any of us, I guess.
Well, that's just great. What do I do now?
I would dearly like to help you. But even though I have searched through all the texts I have here, I can find no reference to anything like this experience of yours, at least for now. But until we have found out more, you must try to fight against this thing. Do not allow it to get comfortable. We don't know what its intentions are or how powerful it is. It could be dangerous for you.
Should I take her out? Sure.
I need your help. Come with me.
If you want.
And she's now in the group. Speak to Relmar.
Vulcan, you must help me. The prince is dying.
Well, I'm happy to see that my talents as a doctor are finally being recognized.
There's no doubt an explosion would cure him of all his ills forever. But I was actually thinking about your connections with the Red Scribes. If you could speak to them, it would save me having the prince's death on my conscience.
I wouldn't exactly call myself a friend of theirs. But yeah, I could always give it a try. I'll leave you here.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how to wake the elf prince up?
Unfortunately, I don't. I think I've tried just about every remedy I know, but nothing works.
You said just about. I'm guessing that's not by chance?
It's true. There's one formula I haven't tried yet. An extremely powerful solution that requires a certain ingredient to make. An ingredient I don't have.
What is it?
A very virulent poison secreted by the chrysalid queen. But be careful you don't mix them up with the ones you usually see. I wanted to go looking for them myself, but the villagers stopped me. They say they're really dangerous. It seems they can be found along the road we took to get here. And apparently, they only come out at night.
I'll get you some. I'll be going now.
Yeah, that's a boss battle. Drop the components during the night. Nice to us. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go and speak to the steward.
Mr. Vulcan, what brings you here?
The captain wants me to help your village. You got a job I can do?
With our shortages of food and fighting men, our worn-out equipment and the growing lines at the healing house, I cannot deny our village is sorely in need of help. Sadly, I fear that these are not the sort of problems you're used to dealing with, unless I'm much mistaken.
Maybe I'll surprise you. So what's the problem with the healing house?
Quite simply, Mirana cannot keep up. She spends every waking minute giving out supplies to the refugees and refuses to admit that she cannot help everyone. She thinks she's fooling me. I have heard rumors that her food stock is running low. Unsurprisingly, the crowds outside are becoming restless. I believe they wish to continue handing out our food reserves as though they were unlimited. This is not the case, and thus, it is not an option.
So, you want someone to put her down?
Why, I never suggested any such thing. I just wish she would see reason, for all our sakes. But I have asked nothing of you. I was merely answering your question.
I need the reports about this beast that attacked the villagers.
I fear I am unable to be of help. I'm still not entirely convinced that it even exists. All I know is that several villagers have vanished. One villager is at present in the doctor's care, following a supposed encounter with the said beast. These swamps are crawling with dangers. There is nothing to suggest anything out of the ordinary. The refugees are always inventing horror stories in an attempt to force us to open our gates and let them inside.
It might be worth checking it out. You said you lost one of your patrols, right?
That is so. You should speak with Randval. He was most anxious to go out and hunt the beast down, but we needed him here. Now that we have more able bodies to guard our gates, I imagine he would be keen to pick up the scent once more.
Your guards... how can I put this? At first, I thought they were disobeying orders. Now I think maybe they don't even understand them. If you're stupid and incompetent, you should be digging turnips, not taking care of security.
You're beginning to worry me. Is it really that bad?
Are you kidding me? The state of their weapons is enough to make you cry. Maybe they'd be good for splitting logs.
Personally, I'm not capable of judging the aptitude of our sentries, but their poor results speak for themselves. Doubtless, you should share your observations with Mason, the chief of the watch. I should warn you, however, that he is of a somewhat stubborn nature.
Wouldn't be the first I've seen. We'll talk again later.
Let's go, Sybil. For all that we've been in to talk to the steward and such, we haven't really been out to explore the village. Combine ingredients directly from the bag menu in order to obtain superior quality ingredients. Yeah, you see? That was a feature in Bound by Flame. For some reason, they took that ability out for the Technomancer, and I never understood that. Elven Greaves. In a Technomancer, you can't combine materials, and I never understood why they removed that. Resistance to magic. Not as useful as poison for now, but additional armor. Okay, I keep hearing this. Where is it? It sounded like it was over there. And here's the cemetery. It's small. That's a good thing. It means people are not dying in droves in this village, regardless of what else is happening outside its walls. Let's see. Oh, the snotty blacksmith is up. Seriously, he's an asshole. Let's talk to the healer. The noise thing is driving me a little crazy. Oh, here it is. Oh. Chests almost always have better stuff in them. Here you are.
My goodness, let's see. You're not pissing blood, you're not vomiting your guts out. Both legs are in place and they seem to be holding you upright. Congratulations. It looks like you'll pull through. And now you'll excuse me, but I have other miracles to accomplish, and not much time to devote to people in your condition.
Take it easy there, Doc. I'm with the Freeborn Blades, not one of your refugees.
You could be Blackstorm himself for all I care. Now get out of my way, I have things to do.
And hello to you too.
Haven't you anything better to do than bother me?
Hang on a sec. The steward himself sent me here to give you a hand.
Wonderful. I've been after him for months to get me some help, and he sends me an armed ape. You practice medicine, I presume? Your tools seem rather barbaric.
For someone with so much to do, you sure do talk a lot. So let's get this figured out, because I've got some shit to do too. Either you need help and you want me to handle it, or you don't, and you deal with it yourself.
Well then, I suppose I have nothing to lose. In fact, there is something that you could doubtless do for me. I'm worried about my assistant Heyman. I haven't seen him for a while now, and I fear he might have gone into the swamps to look for the plants I need. We're forced to venture further and further in to find the plants we need. With all that's been going on lately, I forbade him from going back out alone, but the boy is nothing if not stubborn.
Stubborn? Yeah, I hate people like that.
Please find him. He's a good boy. He's done nothing but help others since he arrived. Without him, the House of Healing would be a house of death.
If I'm gonna be slogging through the swamps anyway, might as well take a look around and try to bring back the plants you need too, right? You got any drawings or descriptions?
Yes, that's a good idea. I would be grateful to you. But above all, try to bring back my assistant Heyman in one piece. He is your priority. For the rest, basically, I need food, medicinal herbs, and of course, I wouldn't say no to a few pre-prepared potions. All of our stock seems to disappear so quickly. I'll give you the parchment that I made for Heyman to help you recognize the specimens I need. He knows them by heart now. after so many trips.
Right. Plants, potions, chow, and one assistant. If I come across any elven tea, would you like a cup of that too?
That would be lovely.
Have you heard any rumors about a beast wandering around in the marshes?
They are not rumors. There is something in these marshes, and I have a patient in a coma that confirms it.
Something? What does that mean? Where can I find it?
I don't know exactly what it is. The wounds don't resemble anything seen around here before. What you seek is large, powerful, and obviously has enormous claws at its disposal. The wounded man was found west of the swamps, crawling towards the village. If you really wish to fall upon that beast, that would be a good place to start. But bear in mind the possibility that it may be the beast which falls upon you.
I'll take my leave. See you later.
Ah yes, ability to interrupt represents the physical power of your attacks. The higher it is, the more likely it is that your attacks will interrupt your target's actions. Interruption resist represents your ability to continue the current action when an enemy strikes you. Oh, I got the guard breaker. I think that's a hammer, though. Attack speed 0%. And it's 0% attack speed, and it's doing 2 less damage than what I am currently doing at 75% attack speed. Ability to interrupt is 15. Guardian with mods, ability to interrupt is 10. Default was 8, I believe. Okay, and then we've got this gentleman here. He's going to ask us to train troops, I believe. What I want to do right now... Let's see, I've got parts for 1 trap. Come on. What about crossbow bolts? I've got parts for 2 bolts. Yeah, it's not much point in taking the training mission until you get some crossbow bolts, because that'll make it very, very easy to complete. And buffaloes around here somewhere. Wait, what? Oh, here he is.
Go there, Powder Man. You still didn't manage to blow yourself up?
Pretty quiet around here, huh?
Yeah, too quiet for my taste. Do you really imagine the Deadwalkers are going to forget about this place just because this swamp is dangerous?
No, but it'll slow them down. Maybe we'll see them coming.
Ha! You can bet your ass they're already here. There's something in the air that stinks, and I don't mean the locals either. I feel like the Ice Lords are watching us. Right now.
See you later.
I don't know why you can't take Buffalo out with you. Let's see, I think camp is this way. Wait, what? Oh, stump. Takes a lot of strength to shatter a stump like that, unless it's completely rotten, which it could be since we're in the swamp. Oh, look at these ones. Oh, that's right, we're looking for food from the dispensary. So we've got the captain.
Gods, these people are amateurs. This village is about as secure as your granny's underwear. Not a single watchman at his post. It's worse than I'd imagined.
I'll deal with this, Captain.
Good. I'm counting on you. Remember, if you screw this up, we'll all be joining the ranks of the Deadwalker army as soon as their scouts find this place.
Captain, just fought a duel with Randval, the guardian of the village. And before you start yelling about wasted energy, I want you to know that it was him that insisted on it. He's one hell of a fighter. He hits you like he was chopping down a tree, and he can take a blow and shake it off. He wants to join the Blades.
I have the feeling that every new recruit I take on these days is headed straight for the cemetery. But considering the losses we've suffered, I suppose I can't refuse. Bring him here to me. I'll check him out.
The villagers told me about a beast. I have to find its lair.
Hawk talked to me about that a while ago. He said he'd found some suspicious-looking tracks that led back to the northern swamps.
I'll go and follow the tracks. Where's Hawk?
No idea. I sent him off to scout that part of the swamp, but he hasn't reported back yet.
You wanted the Freeborn Blades to help the villagers. Is that still happening?
As long as we have to stay here, yes. Why?
I'm leaving.
Oh, if I had Randval in the party. See, I'm trying to figure out the way to go here. Whether I should just try to overwhelm enemies completely, in which case Randval is a decent companion to have along. Because he'll do some seriously high damage. And Sybil's good to have along if you're worried about taking a lot of damage and dying a lot. Which, based on how I'm doing so far, I'm not really. Okay, now did I forget to talk to somebody? Let's take a look at the map. The Lost Assistant Buffalo. Renko. Private Pumpkin. Okay, what's this Renko? Let's go talk to him and see what he's up to. I believe he's a villager. When I did my prep run on this game, I recalled there was a mission with another guy, and I didn't get it. I think that was Renko. And these missions cannot be left until the end of the game. And when you leave one area to go to another one, you know, all the missions either need to be either completed or you'll fail them.
A good day to you, soldier. I do believe that today is your lucky day.
Really? What are you gonna try to sell me?
Sell?
Oh, now you're trying to make me feel bad. No, unfortunately I have nothing left to sell. Other than some first-hand information that will surely be of use to you.
Information? What information?
Hey, you know what? Some kind of reward would be appreciated. It's just that with the war, we have so little left.
Here, take this. What do you have?
Apparently, the Red Scribes have found a way to win the war. They found someone capable of breathing fire, who's gonna burn up the Ice Lords just by looking at them.
I don't believe it. You took my money for that? You fucking with me?
I swear, it's true. Please, we're starving.
I'll let it slide this time, but don't you ever try to rip me off again, unless you're tired of using your hands. Right, I'm leaving.
Well, it is true. Just because it wasn't the news you wanted doesn't mean it's any less true. Problems with stewardship. Dispensary, Randval. I think we've talked to just about everybody. I think it's time to head out to the swamps. There's a little mystery awaiting us there.